folks, it's time to start this Kit Kat show. We gotta get this thing going. Let's get over here and get up and running right now. And welcome everyone who is here. I'm getting on the screen briefly, and just going to be coming back here to say that King Cat is here because it looks like we've already hit the bottom. So let's get this thing going. And thank you for being here, everyone, for the King Cat show, and we're going to get it going right now. And I appreciate your presence, and I appreciate your leaving anything in the chat area. And we all are very much together here on this bottom, and we're going to watch this thing now begin its climb 30%, perhaps, in the next few days. So that's it for me. Let me just get Catfish Tyler in here and get things going, folks. We'll see you around here in a little bit. I'm going to hang out on the bottom and see if I can dig up anything else good. But let's get going. And again, thank you for being here, everyone. We appreciate it very much. And now, here's the King Cat. Hey, everybody. Welcome. All right. Welcome here. I appreciate you being here. Here's my headline today. Will history repeat a 30% gain from the low of 789? I think we will, and I think it started now. So let's go over here now to the display capture. Put that right up underneath mine, and we're going to make sure. And again, I want to just say to all of you that may be here today with me and maybe looking at these videos from the past. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I know there's a lot of other places you could be, places you can spend your time, and but being here with me, I appreciate it. And we're going to get these things rolling here. Take a look at what's going on in the market and right now. So I'm going to put my picture back down here, and there we go. And now we're going to boom, pop this out here. Display captures underneath me, so we should be this fine to run. And I'm going to take this page here that's showing my what I've got going on and move it over here to here so I can see the chat area over here. Nice. Yay. Welcome. I'll just say greetings, fellow cats. A great day lies ahead. That's my feelings. That's right. And does that mean it's today? Yeah, it sure could be. Look at what we already got going on out of the gate. Suddenly we've seen an influx of volume that came right here at kind of an odd time. And but I'm very happy to see it. It shows that there's a lot of support here, and we may have some more institutions in. So let's go see what's happened with institutions today. We saw we had an increase yesterday. Let's see if we have an increase today. And we're tracking that and keeping track of it. Yes, we are. Anybody that happens to be here, I appreciate it. Those of you that know when I come up live, it's usually at the bottom. And I was thinking we were going to see this thing topple on off, but all of a sudden, boom, off it started running. And I was like, what the heck is going on here? So it's better be time for me to get up and run. So I did. So let me just close a few of these pages that don't need to be closed. Let's see what we got over here first. There you go. Oh, yeah, by the way, this Hurricane Lopez yesterday, excellent. You go see what he said. Yes, volume level was seen. Midnight. Yep, that's right. And I'm going to add this. There we go, leaving a little information about them. I just let him know on his video. Yes, he pointed out the volume yesterday was very, very low, and it was. And I pointed that out, too, to everybody. I said, we had an 11-cent a higher low from yesterday, and golly, the thing just... by the way, this is August 28th, so I'm going to have to change this we're going to have to go here to start date is going to have to, it's not even picking up today's date. So we're going to have to go back here to the, I guess we'll go to the August. Let's just do the 25th. And then the end date, we're going to make sure we're here where we can get to the, done, apply. Let's see what we get now. It's still showing me August 28th here. It's funny. It's good. But man, look at this NVIDIA right now. And folks, I knew this thing was being worked down the day after it had beat the street real bad last time, and they slammed this thing down. They really came at it. And I told you it was a good buying opportunity if you got that kind of mustard to swing at things with. Look at SOFI now at 840. What's the news? Nothing. A nice little gain. Congratulations to everybody today that's with me. I appreciate it if you're here. Yes, Heirloom Cedar, good morning to you. I just seen you over here pop up, and thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And, yep, I thought I had mine up out here first. I see good morning to you, and I'm trying to thank you for it. But my fellow cat, she must have got in just before I could put mine up. So there you go. Well, anyway, thank you. Good morning to you, Heirloom. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes, that's... I'll do it that way. There we go. Bam. All right. Cool beans. Yes, we're seeing a nice little pop here, and this is exactly what I had expected. And if we go over this 843 right here now, this will be very, very powerful for us. Let's see what happens, because, folks, if you look here, this is on the historical data, and I got to get back to SOFI now. Hold on. We're going to get it here. We don't want that. Interactive chart. This looks very good, and I'm going to go to historical data now. Hopefully they'll show me the range to the date that it is. There we go. Oh, yeah. You see, this number is very important here to bust this right here. And they're going to come at it. So just watch and see how they do it. Let's watch and see how they come at it. We're going to do another additional screen here for SOFI. And we're going to put in this one. We want to do the chart. And there it is. Interactive. And let's see what they do to try to stop this. Let's see what the volume happens here with the volume. We're going to be watching this very closely, because I think they're going to blow a lot of money to stop it myself. That's what I see in the cards. I could be wrong, but I'm not usually wrong. I'm going to set this next to Coles and move this one over too. We got to get these all together here, folks, so we can monitor this together. Here we go. And that's our historical data. Look at this, baby. Oh, my goodness gracious. Look at this. Whew. Triple upside crossover. 10 o'clock in the morning. Huh. Well, folks, don't want to tell you. Look at the volume already. Look at this. I'm going to get over on the interactive. I want to be on the 1 day for sure here. 1 minute intervals. Cha-ching, everybody. This thing's going to break past this, and they're not going to like it. If they're going to try hard to resist this, it's a major number. There it is. Bang, a new high. And folks, this is just what I called. 1 day we're going to see them go after the lows. 1 day after the highs, we're going to see them go one. They're going to pick and choose which one they try to take lower. And today it was the low, but they can't contain the high, and I'd like that too. It doesn't matter to me which one they go after to try to show their numbers on the paper. I am so happy to see this right here, right now. I want to let you all know. Thank you for being here in this moment, because this is kind of a validation of my thoughts that what we were going to soon see. And there we go. We're breaking away. Yes, indeed. This is a very good point for us to get past right here and now. And I really think this is going to be one of the things that could be a real camel straw that breaks the camel's back. And folks, I want to show you here going to the 6. Let's look at the 3 month and what it will mean to them. Let's look at the 3 month. Oh, yeah. See in here? Look at this. And I pointed this out yesterday. Look at this gap starting to form between the 45 and the 50 day on the longer term chart. And look at this gradual green 300 day, and look where we are on the RSI at 47 still, folks. Low here. This is good. Plenty of upside potential, I'm telling you. Thank you for being here, all of you that are with me right now. I see we have 6 concurrent folks, and I want to say thank you. Thank you for liking this video and sharing it so it gets shared with other folks. And isn't it interesting how we're now seeing this toggling of going after the lows and highs? And what I mean by that is the historical data. Look what they did. Yesterday's low was 11 cents higher than the previous, and then today they had to go after the lows. See, 1 penny. This is the way they're going to work it. Yep, 1 penny at a time if they can. And look at here. You saw this one. It was going to go over 847. It was so strong for them, they had to come at it. And the volume was even lower. And today we've busted through this resistance, and I think it's very important that we soon will pass this one, because this 840, and Spartacus, good afternoon from Portugal. Yes, in Portugal is afternoon. I know this. We are quite a bit behind you. We are about 6 hours away from you, I think. Maybe 5, but I think 6. ¿A qué hora es en su territorio ahora, hoy? ¿A qué hora? Yo pienso what would it be? 3 minus 4 próxima. 3 minus 20. No. 3:20. Yo pienso las tardes. Okay, so anyway, we're here talking English, and you can see this English speaks very well, doesn't it? Up 21%. Look at that, folks. Congratulations to all of us who are riding on the SOFI longboat and have boatloads of shares, including Sean Shaw, Big King Cat Shaw, and we've got some others here that are definitely carrying some heavy weight. I think Jay Reezy might be pretty well in, and look at this baby run. Yes, of course, my friend Double K calling in. You're in on the show live. What's going on, Double K?
How's it going?
Very good right now. SoFi is at $8.48. Just blew past a resistance level at $8.44, which was when it hit that number, it was a new high for 7 days, for the 7th day. And I predicted this, Carl. I told people this was going to happen, and it's starting to happen right here and now. And so they beat the low down by a penny today, Carl. And after that, it turned around and just took off. They beat the low by 1 penny of yesterday, and then it has just launched off of that. Everybody coming in. Price now $8.48, up 3%, folks. Cha-ching. And it's just the beginning.
It looks like DNA's on a pullback, ready to go back up, I'm thinking.
All right, one of the Double K talked to me about earlier, folks that are here with me. I thank you for all being here. I appreciate it. Good afternoon from Portugal. Oh, yes. Welcome, Spartacus and Heirloom Cedar, and thank you for being here. I entered in. He's telling us about another one. We're going to pull up Carl's first, Double K's first, and then we'll pull up yours at PDD. And let's go look at D, David, N, Nancy, A, Apple, DNA. That's the stock we're going to go look at right now, folks. And we're going to get over here, and we're going to close this out and go to DNA. DNA stock. I've had it before. You can see their interactive chart. And I've had them. It's Ginkgo or something like that, right? Yeah. Ginkgo. And there you go. Up 15%. A pullback right now, but still a good. And look at the volume already equaling out what was the daily average volume. It's already hit that. Now, be careful with this, because sometimes I've seen these massively heavy volume stocks trade sideways for a long time, sort of flat, if the volume gets really, really heavy on it. But on the other hand, they can also form a consolidation in a platform, and then all of a sudden they can launch off of that, and they can double from where they were. So this is another reason to watch this closely. So we're going to move it right over here, way over here. And we've had some people mentioning some other stocks here recently. And this guy we got with a Spartacus has made some good calls. He called Kohl's, and you're looking at Kohl's. I'm monitoring it. You can see it's up slightly today a little bit. He also called this one BTI. It is also a very good, solid, long-term looking gainer, and you can see that's up again today. But look at AMC now. Relatively, the number might as well be. They did a 1-for-10 split. 1-for-10 split on August 24th. The price might as well be $1.09 right now. AMC theaters, just so you know. Here's another one mentioned, G&S. Look at that thing, slaughtered down 17%, folks, right now at $1.89. All right, now we're going to pull up the one that we were just talking about, and that one is another one that he has mentioned, Spartacus brought up, and that is PDD. So we're going to go there now, PDD, PDD stock, Yahoo, bingo, we're off to PDD stock. There we go. And thank you for all of you that are here with me right now. I see how many we have present. I appreciate you being here. I hope you'll like this and share it with your friends. Tell your folks about it. PDD, whoa, up 18%. Nice one. I hope you were already holding some of that, Spartacus. I entered in oh, wow. Whoa. Nice. Goodness gracious. But then again, folks, PDD is not for the weak at heart. You have to be a lion-hearted person to pay $95 per share, and that's okay, because there are many here that I know can that are very, very capable of paying $95 per share. As a matter of fact, the first time I ever bought a stock, it was $88 a share, and that was after I had won a bunch of money on the Wheel of Fortune, folks. I know it sounds crazy, but it happened right there in the town that my friend Double K, where we met. Orlando, Florida. That's where it all happened, at Universal Studios. And he was with me during that time. We were good friends then and still good friends now. And here we are now, SOFI. Look at it, shot up to 853. It has blown past what some would say was a very good amount of resistance at 855, at 850. So daggum, what's the news? Oh man, nothing. Just a mysterious run. And I had already told people about this, and I'm going to tell you now, since you got in at 789 and you're now up nicely, you might want to skim some here when it gets to 865. 8.65 is my call to take a little off the table. There's nothing wrong with making money, okay? There's nothing wrong with making money. And when we bought at 789 a week ago, well, you're making good money in a week, and you can take some off the top. Don't sell it all. And I mean, by the way, you're just going to be feeding these hungry, apparently very hungry shorts who don't have any shares right now left. BBY, I am waiting for the 80 sell orders, okay? BBY, making some other calls here. Spartacus is spread across a large platform. He's certainly not heavily weighted in any single stock. He brings up a lot of attention to a lot of different stocks, and that's wise to be doing that too. That's why being here on this channel, folks, can be beneficial to you. Look at some of these stocks that have been picked out. Not only SOFI, obviously, right now, and its nice little run, right? But anyway, just give me a minute here while I do some things. There's some things that must be done, and you know what they are. It's called make money. But like I said to you, folks, since apparently the shares are drying up, and this is making a nice little run, and there's some panic going on here. I had already said, folks, the real run on this stock has not even begun. This is just the tip of the iceberg. These daily amounts are nothing. This is going way, way higher, so keep your core. But I do have to make some money. Like I said, I appreciate your being here while I make a little, and I'm just doing basically what I suggested you might want to do for yourself. That's all I'm doing. And that is maybe put in an order, to liquidate some, perhaps. Cool advertisement via the drone use. And folks, I'm not talking about a drone that you bought off Amazon. Okay. This drone is not of the $79 budget variety. You get the quality, you got to pay the money for it. But I tell you what, if you owe a property management or whatever, or your own property, if you're thinking about listing it or whatever, and you put up something like that, it can be a very powerful way of sending the message to the buyer. Many people like to know the layout of the land and it's a nice way to feature all types of things, no matter what you might be involved in your workspace. You might be surprised if you're manufacturing something to put a drone in there and go through that manufacturing process. Go from the step 1 through step 2, step 3 down the assembly line, and using a drone, you'd be surprised what can be achieved and how cool things come out in the end by this. And so anyway, I'm just pitching a little bit of his work. If you're interested, let me know over here in the comments. And we're looking, new NU. Yeah, I have NU on my. I'm watching NU. I'm also watching Neo here. I'm watching Nvidia, which is up 3%, and I called that. I knew it was being manipulated down on the day of their earnings. T is now climbing good too. I told you about Nvidia, folks. What's that? And here you can see DNA has bounced, folks, off the bottom and is making a nice move. I would suggest this is a good point to enter on some DNA. Yes, you might want to start. And don't dive in. Don't take your life savings, folks. You're talking about small increments that you start with, and then you monitor how it goes from there. If it keeps going up, then you keep nibbling at it and keep helping the move, all right? And keep enhancing the value of your position. That's the way you do this. And you don't have to dive in and buy 10,000 shares or 1,000 shares and spend $2,000 right off the bat. Now, if you've got, 50,000 you're working with, then that is what you want to put in to start. But anyway, that's where I'm calling it. Heirloom cedar, get paid, cat. That's right. I wish I could on SOFI right now, but I'm way out of position running a rescue strategy with sold leaps call. Okay, all right. I appreciate you saying that, and I appreciate it very much. And then all comments are always greatly appreciated. Yes, Spartacus, I'm with you. You can hear me. And everybody else as well. And but yeah, DNA looks like it could make a nice little pop here. So always I suggest be cautious. And again, I have to make sure everybody knows I am not a financial advisor. I am not licensed to do so. I'm not, but I am studied in the market and charts and being able to determine when something's about to pop and what consolidation looks like. And yesterday, what did I say at the end of the day? I showed everybody, look at this chart, and I was showing them on the 5-day. I said, folks, this right here is what you want to call convergence. That's the word. And what I showed you was right in here yesterday. This was all converging. I told you it wasn't going to sit there, didn't I? Yep, didn't I? I told you it wasn't going to sit there, and it sure as shit didn't. And so there you go. That is capitulation, that nice sideways action. And finally, they conceded after this convergence. And now look at the mouth on this thing here. Man, look at the growth. Look at the change of the angle of these progressions. And it's interesting because I can barely see. It's hard to see it on the 5-day, but let's go to the 1 month. And let's get in here. Yes. And again, you can just see this is happening right now as we speak. I pointed it out to you a little bit ago. Look at the mouth opening on this blue 45 off of the 50-day. On a 1 month chart, this is considerable gap away. And this is when people like Kathy Wood buy in. I pointed out this type of gap on this stock when it was in the 4.70s and $6 range. It was really starting to do it around 6 and 7. And sure enough, after I pointed that out, she came in. And this is the same signal right here we're seeing on this long-term chart. And we're not the only ones that can see this, people. We're not the only ones that look at these. And also Spartacus just comes in. STEM is in good climb too. So and again, I'm not sure how coming across these stocks, but I know I use a source called Market Chameleon, and that you can go into most active on heavy volume, and you can see which ones have the most highest gains on the most volume. Actually, you can look at several different things. The percentage gain. You can look at the factor of the highest volume, and then you can look between the two. And that's what I use as Market Chameleon. I haven't been doing that here lately because I've been too busy trying to tell people about this stock, which I kept telling everyone is just get ready to pop, and it sure is starting to do it today. And look at the whole market up. And isn't this amazing? After last Thursday, when I said to everyone, this is no reason for this market to be dropping 350, the Dow down, the NASDAQ. And I said, this is absolute an accumulation before they run this up. I showed everybody what was going on with the NASDAQ. Okay? And you people can look with me one more time here. This makes a lot of sense here to look at this 1 year chart on the NASDAQ, because what I tried to show everyone was from this point here where the price on the 1 year was $12,006 on January 30th of 2023. Folks, the price dropped, and it dropped to 11,138. So from that 12 is about 900. But here's the biggest drop. September 5th, the price was at 12,112 and dropped to 10.3. All right? 12.1 to 10.3. But look at this drop here, the last one. It was from 12,006, not this very last one, but the one that happened on January 23rd, 12,006 to 11,138. That's about 900 or so, or yeah, 12,006, around 980. Look right here, 14.3 down to what? 13.2, 900 and something. You see the similarity? So this, after this last drop, folks, the stock market went up from that drop. It went up 20%. And look at the angle of the growth off of that. Look at the angles. Look what happened just before, and then look at the angle. Look what happens before, look at the angle. I pointed out to you again, this looks identical to what happened January 30th through March the 6th. And you can see it here from July 24th to there. And now there we are. A possible, from this point, a 20% gain possibly. And it's not going to shoot right up. Look how it went up, and then it went flattened out for a while on a moderate slow from April all the way through May, and then before it ascended. So a month. But look here. So we could see a move from that bottom, which was 11,138 to 12, about 900 up, and then it settle out before it runs on up, right? But I'm saying this looks very possible, and 900 up from 13,290 would be 14,1. All right, so be around that number before we might see it flatten out, and I think there's a lot of growth still here. That's all I'm saying, showing you the longer term, the NASDAQ, and comparing the two. I hope that makes sense to you. So now we're going to take a look at some of these other ones that are being called out here while we look at what I just showed you. We're going to look at some other ones, and that one is this PDD that was called out by Spartacus, and you can see that it's done very well. And another one we're going to look at here now is one BBY, and we're going to take a look at it. And Best Buy would obviously be, yeah, that's a nice move gainer on that one, Spartacus. Thanks for pulling up that one. And let's take a look at some of his other calls. NU is climbing, and T is now climbing good. Okay. I had NU up earlier. There it is. Yeah, and a little tiny penny down there now. That's nothing. T. And I appreciate you sharing these with everybody here on my channel, Spartacus, because a lot of people, everybody likes to make money, folks. Everybody likes to make money. And if you're here and you're getting good tips from people that are on some good runners, you might as well take a look at them closely. And a little bit of a pullback right there, but that's okay. To be expected. Do we see that with SOFI now too? No. Shit, no. Holy crapola. No siree, folks. And I have always said, folks, and I said already this morning, and the reason that I came on up here is because at 866 might be a good place to liquidate some. And I'm not going to go hog wild with a bunch. But I am going to sell some and then wait and see what it does. I'm not doing a lot because this thing really could, right now, this could be the exit beginning right here. This could be beginning of something really big. So I'm going to put mine in at 865. And I'm selling some, folks, today because that's what I'm here is to do, is make money. All right. So we got it in there, and we'll wait and see when we get to that. If we do, in fact, and then we'll go cha-ching when it hits that number. Because right now, folks, this is extremely strong. And the first indicator for me yesterday on something sniffing around, it made me think what was going on was going to be good today, was when I saw this increase off the low from 806 to 817, people. When you see that, it's really what I said would happen from this 789. We got 808, low going up, a little pullback, low going up, back to that number, and then off. And this is so similar, folks. And then today, when they got that 1 penny lower, I knew they weren't going to be able to stop the high. That's what it told me right then. They went after the low today while they could, early, because they couldn't stop the high today. I mean, they couldn't look at this low volume, which usually perpetuates market manipulation capabilities, okay? The lower the volume, the easier to MM, but it didn't happen yesterday. It didn't happen. We saw an increase of 11 cents on the low, and I pointed this out to everyone. It's an indicator. I bought 1,000 of DNA to speculate. Yeah, yes, sir. I think that's a very good move right there. I think that it definitely looks good for a possible move. And I'm glad Double K came on and told me about it. I've had some of this in the past, DNA. I'm going to look at it again right here. And the weird thing about it, it doesn't show up under that symbol DNA. It's under, because of the way it is done, it shows up under Genco. All right, so when you put it in, don't look for DNA up here in the tabs. You won't find it. It's going to be Genco, all right? And there it is. And this looks very good it's been trading a lot of volume coming here, so eventually we may see volume overcome the actual price. So let's just see what happens here. Statistics. I'm going to look at this a little bit closer here. Oh, shares outstanding, 1.6 billion. Well, they got some shares out there. It's 4 times or something how many we've got, isn't it? I don't even remember where we are now on SOFI. I thought it was around 490 million or something like that, but I'm not sure. I'll look and see what it is. Statistics. Man, that looks good, doesn't it, folks? Congratulations to all of us. And shares outstanding. Oh, I was wrong. 950 million. 950 million. Yep. But believe it or not, more shares out there leads to more stability. That's period. That's the way it is. It's just the way it is. If you don't believe me, you can see the drastic swings of one of our competitors often, and I'll show you who that is over here, UPST. And if you go to UPST, let's go see if I'm right, how many shares they have. Statistics. They're a nice gainer there. Look at that, UPST up 747. But I want you to see something here. How many shares do they have? Let's check and see. See, 83.89 million. That low volume level, folks, creates an environment for heavier swings in price, period. It's an absolute known fact. And why UPST makes these kinds of gains, but on the days that we are down a little bit, they can be down heavy as well, okay? Just so you're aware of it. So UPST would make a very good swing trading stock for you if you wanted to be a day trader like me, and I probably ought to start paying more attention to it because of that very reason. I might be able to make even more on this than I'm doing on SOFI. And so this is one to add into your portfolio there, Spartacus. Look at this one close. But watch it. Don't buy it today on the high. You'll see it get knocked down this much, the same much on a down day in the market, and that's when you should pick it up. Okay? Because it swings big time. I've pointed this out many times to people. Look how much our competitors down today compared to us. Well, that's the reason why. I just showed you, folks. Stocks that hold over less than 100 million shares are susceptible to bigger swinging It's as simple as that. It's a well-known fact. And so there you go. You can see UPST making a nice run. It pulled back a little bit here just now. A little dipsy do might be a good entry point at 777 gain. I like that number. There it is. Look at these sevens. Woo. All the way across there. Now a bunch of eights. I like that too. But anyway, hey, it's your call. Everybody, it's your call. You can do as you wish. You're in your control of your own self. I don't tell people what to do. I suggest. And folks, I called this yesterday and the day before. I've been calling this. It's not a surprise. Should be no surprise whatsoever to anyone to see this happening. This is the standard issue for SOFI, the standard type thing, and it's not going to stop, folks. This is going to increase and continue to increase. The numbers will be gapping even higher. This is a 34-cent change here, which is nice. And you know what's cool? Let me show you what's cool here. With each one of these on this piece of paper, many of you know what it's on here already. It's telling me what happened with the SOFI price going back to this date right over here. This date that I have my cursor over. It was the first earnings call, November the 1st, 2022. And I went back to October 31st and where the price was at $5.44. And I tracked each high and each low and each high and each low and each high and each low. And I can tell exactly how much they move in dollars and cents. The first time from 544 before the earnings call on November 1st, they went up $1.03 from 544 to 647. Then they went down $1.53. Then they went up $1.19. Then they went down $1.89. Then they went up $4 a share. Then they went down $2.58. Then they went up 88 cents. Then they went down $1.95. Then they went up $1.01. Then they went down $1.15. Then they went up $5.78. That was after David Chivrini Day. I call him Chia Pansy. Then they went from the up $5.78 down $2.52, up $2.42, almost identical, down $1.19, up $2.76, down $3.81 here recently, and now up from $7.89 to where we are. And so the pattern continues of big swings, and I told you that this is going to be what happens. We're talking about right now an average minimum of 24 cents, 24% swings from each bottom to each top. That's the average minimum, just so you know. And we just reached the bottom here just a week ago, and we're seeing within 10 days, well, it's a nice little gain off that bottom, that's for sure. Cha-ching to everybody that got in. And what makes sense to you should be that I've got this pointed out, and I keep reiterating it, but we're looking at other stocks today too. So let's look at NVIDIA, a nice move there. NIO, I want to be also on this stock for someone else I know that's with us that comes and visits, and that is KO stock. There it is. We're going to keep an eye on that. KO for cookie. All right, here we go, and let's see what it's doing. Okay, not a real big move on it, not to be expected. And I told you on this one, it's going to be sluggish. They make it look drastic on the Yahoo chart, but it isn't. Don't worry about that. At a price of $60.25 of 31 cents. See, it's not even 0.5%, folks. It's not even worth looking at worrying about at all. But hey, I sure like what I saw right there. And what I saw was a brand new high, and it's going to be a great, this isn't going to stop, folks. It's only 10:48, so we'll see them come at this till now lunchtime. So just watch what efforts are made here. But look at all this volume that was coming in. Let's go in here and get back to ours. That's SOFI, back to what we want to see. There we go. Boom. And I need to take a allergy pill. We're getting a lot of pollen here. Plus, I had to mow the yard again yesterday. I don't even have my light on myself. Sorry, gonna light up the sky. There we go. Light up the sky. All right, and holding at 850 here, it looks like. Could that be the new bottom for us? I'll take that, wouldn't you, folks? At 850 bottom today. Coin and Bitcoin up good. Very good, very good, very good. Going across here, we're trying to look at as many of these as we can. I want to thank you for being here with me. I suggest you go look at SOFI 828.23, low volume consolidation. Type that in, or just Hurricane Lopez. See what he said yesterday, and I agree with him 100%. Very worth taking a look at his broadcast. And there are others too that you should look at, folks. There are definitely others, and including buying yesterday. SOFI will history repeat, a 30% gain from 789. I posted that yesterday. And when we go over here, I want to show you something else which is encouraging. And I want to thank those of you that are here with me now, those that leave comments, those that just listen in for the information I'm providing that you might find valuable. And I hope that you'll at least like the video and help it get circulated to others. And look at that. I'm 4 away now from 900 subscribers. And that is an awesome accomplishment due to folks like you. And I'm so grateful to you that have supported me and who have subscribed and hit the notification bell and catch me on the lows. Mantis FPV, thank you for your presence. Right on. Yes, indeed. Here we are. We got another one coming in with us now. Thank you for being here. And man, it's what I was showing everybody, what I've been showing everyone, and I haven't seen here in a bit. So I've been showing everyone on a piece of paper here how I have this tracking of the numbers on this stock. And it's amazing how much it's been swinging up and down from the date that is right over here that I'll show you right there, from the first earnings call, November 1st. And I just tracked each high, each low, each high, each low, each high, each low, each high, each low. And it's been swinging on the average between these highs and lows. And usually they swing about 10 days to sometimes as little as 4 days, 30%. But it's been incredible. From the 1st of May to the 4th, it swung 30%. From the end of April, the 26th to the 1st of May, it swung 31%. I mean, these are massive swings in short terms, and they've been going on all along. So I kept track of all of them here. And the average amount of a swing right now is about between 24 and 30%. And they can happen in days, literally days. And it's interesting, from in one day it went up 15% on earnings, on this earnings call, right, on this earnings report right here. When they beat the street on that day, it went up 15%. But then only 8 days later, they had it down freaking 23%. 8 days. Turn around. I love your sessions. I'm consistent. Yep. And I tell people what I believe and what I'm discovering, and what my discovery is. A lot of trapped shorts in here, and they're starting to leave today. A lot of shorts are leaving. By the way, I want you to know, short interest has gone from about 16% down to around 11.5%, I believe it is. So there are shorters leaving this thing. They're getting their asses kicked, and they're getting out. So now there's one might argue, well, that lowers the chance of what we call a short squeeze happening, a big short squeeze. And I would agree with that to a degree. But what it also means is when there's very low volume, they can't move the price. Like yesterday, that was incredibly low volume yesterday compared to what we've had. I point this out on the historical chart. Take a look at it, and we just broke back up over 850. See this IEP? Yeah, thank you. Turnaround. I appreciate that. Yep. Uh huh. There we go. Appreciate that turnaround. Bango, bango, boom. You know, it's interesting. You know, when someone leaves a comment up here, and there's several people leaving them the time, they should give you time to click on those people and give them some love. But they don't. That once it's passed and the next person puts theirs up, I can't get back there and go, hey, thanks. I just can say, I guess I'll just say it. Just keep saying it back in the chats, and also always identifying people's comments in verbally, you know, so everybody can hear it. But it kind of bums me out that I don't And Spartacus says coin and Bitcoin up. Good. All right, good. Because my wife owns some Bitcoin actually, and so she's into that market, and hopefully it just continues to go up. Let's go look and see what it's doing, just to kick some grins and see. Here, let's get to Bitcoin, and all I have to do is put that, and I have it right. Oops, I missed it. I'm gonna get it here. Oh yeah, look at BITF up 13%. Nice, very nice gain. And I wonder what's going on with Bitcoin. So let's go. There we go. Bitcoin price must have a similar type. Usually about 6% be my guess. 4%. Okay. Because usually these Bitcoin stocks will be close to double what the actual move is on the coinage. That they're very responsive to coin movement. And BITF, as you can see, is one that's making a nice run here. Yep, BITF, I pulled them up by mistake, but you can see what they're doing. There'll be others that you might want to look at, like HUT and Mara, that would also be probably up quite well today and something to watch for pullback or something. But this is one that was called out, BBY. This was called out by Spartacus. And so thanks for pointing that one out, Spartacus, and an IEP, huh? Okay, we'll load them all up. Don't care. I have a better signal now. I've got work done on my system again, and now we're flowing better without all this delay stuff. IEP stop. Yahoo. Bingo. Yep, Riot would be another one that's running. Yes, indeed. Okay, IEP. Bingo. All right, let's pull them up and look at them. Take a look. Take a look. Close look. Okay. Econ Enterprises. Got it? 6 month. What's it look like? Ooh. Well, you might get into this for a day, folks, and I don't know what their news is making them run. I don't see anything at all. 3 hours ago, 16 most shorted stocks right now. Maybe they're on that list, and that's probably why they've had this 6 month debate. But baby, that is a close one. I would stay away from that one. My sentiment is don't try to catch a falling knife, and that 6 month, it might be at the very bottom, and we've seen right here resistance when it was at 2065, so we could see a bounce here. There is a chance of that, but why did it hold here on that when it got to 2078, man? And then I don't know. It's a toughie. That's one. That's one you have to. I would wade into that, folks. Wade for sure. A waiting stock, because you might be waiting for a while for it to get back up to $52. But look at the headroom on this thing. That is a massive drop. I wonder what happened in the news to them on this date, May 1st. Oh, that one might have been an earnings date, because it was, I know, for SoFi. So if it was, and they didn't do well apparently. Or they beat the street like SoFi did and had the same result. It could possibly be that. All right, here we go. Yeah, Riot. Yep, that would be another one for sure. Let's go see what it's doing right now. But these move as does the coin. Just remember that. Oh yeah, see? There you go. Riot is on a launch pad. I am catfish. This would be against my policy. I want to buy here. 10:38 at 9:30 in the morning. That's what I want to do. Bitcoin up. Where's it to now? 27.3. Okay, well, it's always had 30,000 as a tough one to break through. And you can look back here at the 1 year. And goodness, where were they? 16, yeah. And there's that resistance I told you at 30,000 it's had trouble with. But nonetheless, it's making a move today, and that's good. Good for everybody. Good for Bitcoin owners. Good for my wife. Yep. All right. And hopefully it continues to go right on up. And let's see here. Yep. And I want to thank all of you who are here with me, who are sharing in what the information that I'm kind of passing around here. And I apologize, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to step away here for a minute, and I'm going to let you see all of the things that I have, my schools that I represent, and colleges and things that I've been to, and have friends and family and connections with. And but I won't be gone because I'm going to go get an allergy pill. All right, I'll be right back. I don't like usually having to take that stuff, but I don't have a choice. I cannot breathe. I just can't breathe. It pays for itself so many times over. Just paying for cutting that is getting expensive. All right, here we are. Here we are, coming rolling back in. I took my allergy pill, and now hopefully I'll be able to get a better feeling in my sinuses because I can barely breathe. All right, now, hey, this is what we should expect to see here is a little bit of pull back off of that high.